Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sasha and we are talking about perfumes over here. We have one unexpected today. This is White Diamonds by Elizabeth Taylor. This one is already unpacked because I was using it. And this fragrance was gifted to my mother-in-law. Her favorite fragrances are Fire at Will, Latte Bianco, Vanilla Segre. She is very much into modern day gourmand fragrances. So this fragrance is definitely not her cup of tea. And what do you know? She has me, and I'm sort of into these type of fragrances. Either indeed old school and vintage, either they are having the same vibe, and this is one of them. This fragrance was launched back in 1991. The thing is that it actually smells like it was launched, I don't know, in 40s, 50s. At most. This is how the packaging looks like. Gives you an idea of diamonds. Elizabeth Taylor was a huge lover of jewelry. She was collecting it throughout all her life. Also, she is the woman who basically first went through this path of creating a brand as a celebrity. Today, celebrity brand is a thing. She was the one who opened that Pandora box, if you will. 1987, she created her brand, and the first fragrance was Passion. So this time back in 1987 is counted as the time when the first celebrity brand was launched. You have golden packaging over here, ingredients stated on the back, batch codes. It's eau de toilette concentration. This looks like this could be a 50 milliliter bottle, but no, this is 30 and it is more than enough. The accords on this fragrance are white floral, aldehydic, woody, yellow floral, fresh, warm spicy, floral, citrus, tuberose, powdery. The notes on this one is gonna take some time. Top notes: aldehydes, lily, neroli, orange, bergamot. Middle notes: Egyptian tuberose, jasmine, ylang ylang, narcissus, carnation, Italian orris root, Turkish rose, cinnamon, and base notes: amber, musk, sandalwood, oak moss, and patchouli. The nose behind this fragrance, Carlos Benyam. You can Google his name. You'll be surprised how many creations of his you've already tried. So, what this smells to me. Once you get a whiff of this fragrance, you are definitely having an idea that this is retro or vintage if you are millennial and older. If you are Gen Z or younger, then you might think for a second that this is some sort of niche perfumery. I was quite surprised that this fragrance is from 1991 because it's indeed smells like way older classics. I feel like Elizabeth Taylor, she just wanted to put in the bottle all the fragrances that she used to wear and enjoy throughout her life, which would be Chanel No. 5, Lanvin Arpège, Guerlain Shalimar, Estée Lauder, all those fragrances that were accompanying her throughout her career. The beginning of the 90s is already the time when aquatics was taking over, when fresh and these watery notes, probably because they were found back at that time. So all the fragrances immediately became aquatics and fruity aquatics and floral aquatics and all those combinations. However, here it is with us, and I do appreciate the fact that it smells like classic perfumery. In any case scenario, she was definitely trying to compose a fragrance that she enjoyed. There we go. We have White Diamonds, and there are multiple thinkers of this fragrance. Some of them do smell quite modern. If you're not feeling like diving that deep into retro, you can definitely try her other flankers of this fragrance, because this is a woman back from the 40s and 50s. This is to me a woman wearing thick curls, wearing a hat, maybe wearing natural fur. There are a lot of animalic notes to my nose over here, and this animalic's probably coming from tuberose, which is quite aggressive in this one, and of course lily. If you're the person who cannot stand lilies, you never put them in your house, they give you headache, stay away from this fragrance. If you don't like things like carnation or cinnamon or patchouli in that matter, also stay away. Even though this is not expensive, I have no idea how much this fragrance is. This is a huge warning. There's no way you're blind buying this. Not because you're gonna lose, I don't know, 20, 30, whatever dollars, but because you just not gonna wear it and you're not gonna like it. You have to put it on your skin. And on the skin, it meshes and blends so good that the aldehydes that were in the very beginning, they are almost gone. Now you have this very white flower part, whereas lily, neroli, and tuberose and ylang-ylang are stealing the show. You have a lot of spices in the background. You have a lot of patchouli in the background. This is not something completely unwearable for today's day and age. Now we are in August 2025. As we know, the pendulum swings back and forth. We've been through gourmands. They're still holding the market, but quite soon, I guess, there will be the time when we are not going to be done completely with marshmallows and whipped cream, and I am the biggest fan of those notes. I'm very much into milkshakes and that stuff, but I also appreciate these kind of things. That's why I am going to show you one more old thing, even older than Elizabeth Taylor's fragrance. This is Giorgio Beverly Hills. You can see by the bottle and by the color. These are the bottles where you can sort of smell them just by looking at them. This is what I heard from YouTubers over here, and I absolutely agree. So Giorgio was launched back in 1981, so this is 10 years older than Elizabeth Taylor's creation. This guy has accords of white floral, tuberose, woody, sweet, powdery, animalic, yellow floral, fruity, and mossy. Oh, this is a grandma's closet, but I also do enjoy wearing it from time to time by myself. These fragrances that I'm talking right now, I don't think I ever wore them outside. I'm enjoying them by myself at home. I don't really feel like offending anybody's nose with this because they might smell offensive. Here you have very similar story where in the notes you get orange blossom, apricot, and peach and bergamot. In the middle notes you have also tuberose and gardenia and ylang-ylang and jasmine, orchid, and rose. And base notes are chamomile, oak moss, vanilla, amber, musk, sandalwood, patchouli, and cedar. You do have an addition of cedar and chamomile, and for some strange coincidence I can sort of feel chamomile in this fragrance. There is a feeling of some herbal tea. There is a feeling of a little bit of suntan lotion. Yellow flowers are present over here as well. And this is also one more great example of not buying fragrances without knowing how they smell and without testing them on the skin. But in my opinion, this is a great creation. It looks like it was a lot of effort to create this fragrance. The quality of the bottle and the quality of the fragrance is amazing. No matter how they smell, I cannot characterize them other than smelling mature, but at the same time they smell beautiful to my nose. I like these type of scents. And if you're somebody who likes this direction of retro and old school fragrances, but you definitely would like to have something that you can actually wear outside, here's your old buddy Hermes Twilly. This is something you can rock outside of your own house. This will not offend anyone. This fragrance was getting me compliments back in the days when I was wearing it. But again, be mindful of your sprays, otherwise you might suffocate somebody. Accords on the Twilly are, yeah, by the way, it was launched back in 2017. It's the creation of Christine Nagel. Also, you can Google her. You will see a huge list of fragrances that you love and enjoy most probably. And the accords on this one is white floral, citrus, fresh, spicy, tuberose, fresh, woody, powdery, animalic, and vanilla. Top notes ginger, bitter orange, bergamot. Middle notes tuberose, orange blossom, and jasmine. And base notes are sandalwood and vanilla. Getting into a sweet territory, but closer to the base. Throughout the top and middle notes, it's not going to be sweeter than the actual flowers of orange blossom and jasmine are, which is sweet enough, but you do have a vanilla in the background. And this is looking in the old school direction. This is not an old school fragrance. It is very modern. And this was the idea of creating this Twilly d'Hermes. They were trying to reimagine themselves. They were trying to attract new audience, attract younger audience. With all of that in mind, they created Twilly d'Hermes. It's a beautiful bottle, iconic hat, and of course Twillys are these little scarves that you're putting around handles of your expensive bags. This is not super girly. This can be worn by a man who is not afraid of sweet scents, because it does get a little bit sweeter along the way. This is your option if you do feel like this and this, but you don't want to offend anyone on the street. Go for Twilly. That's it for today, guys. If you made it till the end, thank you so much for watching. If this video was helpful, informative, and entertaining, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.